Let's review how to use the distance and midpoint formulas. The distance formula is based on Pythagorean theorem. To find the distance between 2 points, we look at the horizontal distance and the vertical distance, and we use them in the Pythagorean theorem. So the horizontal distance is just the difference between the x-coordinates, and the vertical distance is the difference between the y-coordinates. And we know that based on the Pythagorean theorem that the distance of the hypotenuse squared is equal to the square of each leg added together. But if we really want the distance, then we need to take the square root of both sides. And we only look at the positive result because it's distance. So the distance formula looks just like that. Square root of the sum of these two squares. Okay, so how do we use it? It's probably pretty obvious. We just plug in the numbers from the points. One thing that I want to point out is that because we're going to square both of these differences, the order that you plug in the x's and the y's really does not matter. Unlike slope formula, for example, where you need to be really consistent about which point is point number 1 and which point is point number 2. In the distance formula, you're going to subtract the x-coordinates and then square it right away, so it doesn't matter what order you did it in. So in this case, I'm going to get -2 minus 4 and square that, and 1 minus 3 and square that, and then we'll take the square root of the whole thing. So that will be -6 squared and -2 squared, which is the square root of 40, and that can be simplified into 2 square roots of 10. So that is our distance between 2 points. Let's review the midpoint formula. The midpoint formula has got to be the most intuitive formula there is in algebra. To find this point that's equidistant from the 2 given points, you just average the x-coordinates and average the y-coordinates, and you get the point in between. So that looks like this. So let's try it with these given points. My x's are -2 and 4, and my y's are 1 and 3. So that's 2 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 2. Let's check and see if that looks reasonable. 1, 2 is right here, and that does appear to be equidistant from the 2 given points. So midpoint formula, really simple. Just average those x's, average those y's. And that's your review of midpoint and distance.